Welcome back. Today we're going to be learning how to run a half marathon under 2 hours. I am currently training for one, so I need to watch this video. Today I ran 5 miles and I'm currently following a program because April 25th I have an upcoming half marathon. What can I learn from this? Because I have no idea and I've never trained before. So let's go.
Running a half marathon in under 2 hours is a huge achievement and something that many runners around the world set out to do. It means running 13.1 miles or 21.1 kilometers at an average pace of 9 minutes and 9 seconds a mile or 5:41 a k. But what does it actually take to get there? Well, today I'm going to break down everything that you need to do to get that sub 2 hour half marathon. So where does our fitness need to be before we can start training for that sub 2? Ideally, you're going to have run a recent 5k in around about 26 to 29 minutes or a 10k in around about 55 to 60 minutes. That's a really good indicator that you're ready to start training for your sub 2. Or maybe you've run a half marathon before in a little over 2 hours and now you want to shave off those last few minutes. So a half marathon at about 2:05, 2:06, 2:07. So how much running have we got to do and how long is it going to last? We'd really recommend around about 12 weeks of training. All of our training plans, which you can get on the website.
Is the first thing that I'm doing wrong, but I'm doing it to see what my willpower can do. So I'm only giving myself 4 weeks instead of 12 that he's saying. So I'm doing it in 3 times less. But I feel like my body's able to do it, like my legs are hurting a lot, but physically and cardiovascularly, I don't even know if that's a word, but my heart can tolerate it. I'm not breathing heavy or anything. I'm taking it day by day and workout by workout, but I know I'm not giving my body enough time to recover. And let's just see how it pans out. 13.1 miles coming up in 3 weeks for me. And I've never ran past 5 miles in my life. First time I'm ever going to do it is next Saturday. I'm running 8 miles, 8.5 I think. So excited to see what my body can do. What can I push my how hard can I push my body and just, go all in.
Are exactly 12 weeks long for the half marathons, and you can check out our specific sub 2 hour training plan, which we'll link down below, and check that out on benparks.com. We're going to be looking around about 3 to 4 runs every week. In terms of mileage, 15 to 32 miles per week, starting out at the lower end of that, and as it progresses through the plan, up to around about 32 miles. In Ks, 24k roughly at the start, up to around 51k in that peak week. And of course, all important, getting that strength training in there as well, at least once a week, and we'll touch on that a little bit later on. So let's break down the training, starting out with weeks 1 to 4. The first 4 weeks are all about laying that foundation. We're going to start off 3 runs a week here, and then increasing to 4 runs after a couple of weeks. We're also going to be introducing some basic interval sessions, some speed sessions in there to turn the legs over a little bit faster.
That's what I'm doing right now. So I'm doing 4 hard, I'm doing 4 easy runs, 1 long run, and 1 medium-sized run. My Friday run right before my long run is cardio-based, so I'm just pushing the pace. So let's say I want to run a 9-minute mile for the total duration of the half marathon. I will train 2 7-minute miles. Just push my heart, push my body to the absolute limit for 2 miles, 3 miles that day. And then ease back into the 3 to 4 miles per day, and then the long runs somewhere around 8 to 10 miles.
Session that we love to get in here, just to give you some ideas, is that classic. It's classic for all sorts of different distances, 6 by 3 minutes. So running those, that's going to be around about a 5k effort. We're talking around 8:15 to 8:30 a mile, or 5:08 to 5:17 a k, with a 2-minute recovery between each rep. Moving on to chat about weeks 5 to 8. We're now going to be building on that foundation, increasing that weekly mileage, including more runs now at our goal race pace as well, to get the body used to what that's going to feel like on race day. For example, the biggest run in this section is likely going to be around about 10 to 11 miles. You could break this up with 3 miles easy, 2 miles at goal pace, 2 miles easy, 2 miles goal pace, 2 miles easy, and build it up like that. Just adding those sections combined with some easy running as well. Now is also time to start practicing your fueling for the race. We'll touch on that a little bit more
I
later
gotta
on.
get better at
Take
this.
some nutrition out on that long run. Moving on to weeks 9 to 12, we're now touching on those all-important peak weeks. The longest run here is going to be around about 12 to 13 miles. And now we're going to be moving on to the taper as well. 2-week taper with what we'd recommend for half marathon training. That
I'm doing one day. I'm doing a full week of tapering, but still running 2 to 3 almost per day. And then 2 rest days, and then a shakeout run that's 2 miles before race day and then race day. So I'm taking this 12-week thing, and I'm squeezing it into 3.5 weeks of training, which is probably not even healthy, but I'm not a runner. I'm just gonna give it my all, see what I can do, and just push myself to the absolute limit, and I'm gonna finish that race. Let's go.
All of that fitness set in, our body to absorb all that training we've gone through. During the taper, you're still going to be doing some intensity, but the volume is going to drop a little bit to give your legs a chance to flush out all that accumulated fatigue over those last 12 weeks. And you can arrive on that race day morning feeling fresh and ready to go for that sub 2. So you've done all the training and your race day is here now. The good news is that most of the hard work is done. It's now a chance to go out and enjoy that final victory lap. There are a few things we still need to get right to maximize your potential on the day, starting out with pacing. This is where your half marathon pace practice comes in, and it's why we've been doing it throughout all of our training. You don't want to be setting off too fast here. It should feel really nice and easy and relaxed at the start of the race, and please try everything not to get caught up with the excitement of the race and going off too fast with the aim of banking time. We see so many beginner and intermediate runners doing this, and the chances are it's going to come back to bite you later. Patience is key at the start of the race. As we said at the start of the video, the pace is 9 minutes and 9 a mile, or 5:41 a k. We'd recommend going just a little bit under that, so maybe around 5:35 a k. 9:05 is what you want to be seeing on your watch, just to account for those GPS inaccuracies in the course. And I really would recommend sticking with that pace up until around about mile 11, and then you can start to increase the pace a little bit and start to give it everything you've got and empty the tank. You really will find if you're doing that, you're going to be overtaking a lot of other runners at this stage, which is actually quite oddly satisfying because you're the one out there that watches our videos and you know how to pace a race properly. Some races will have pacers out there as well, so potentially stick with that 2-hour pacer and they will take you all around the course and deliver you to the finish line to run across and get that sub 2. Check if this is available on the race website, but whatever you're doing, stick at that race pace and then kick it down a little bit at the end. Right, let's have a chat about fueling. There's a bit of misconception that half marathon runners don't need to take fuel on board during the race. Maybe some of the very, very elite people that are going under 60 minutes might be able to get away with it, but for breaking 2 hours, it's a really important part of not only your training, but also the race day experience as well. We don't want to be hitting the wall and slowing down during the end of the race. Nobody wants that. So we've got to practice getting some fuel on board. How much fuel do you need? With your breakfast, just some simple carbs such as porridge, bagel, peanut butter and jam on toast, but basically using something that you've used before all of your training runs and replicate that for your race day experience. Then during the race, everyone is going to be slightly different here. It's all about finding the right products and quantities and timings that work best for you. As a starting point, aim for around about 30 grams of carbohydrates every 35 to 40 minutes during the race. So for a sub 2 hour attempt, we're talking 2 to 3 gels throughout the race. We like brands such as Science in Sport, Precision Hydration, High Five, Morton. Put your favourite gels down in the comments below and help out your fellow runners. There's lots of options out there as well with getting carbs in different ways, such as carbohydrate drinks. Again, really good ones for Precision and Morton as well. Or energy chews. We'll put some of those options up on the screen now. So do we need to drink when we're doing a half marathon sub 2 attempt? Definitely yes. Drink to thirst, little and often during the race is what I always like to do. Check for the frequency of the water stops that are going to be out on the course, and if you choose not to drink at the first one, then you know when the next one will be coming along. In most races, there's absolutely plenty out there, around about every 5 kilometers or so. Moving on to have a chat about mindset. It can be really good to try and break the race down when you're out there, and also potentially break your training sessions down, which is why we really like to do those pace blocks during our long runs. It just makes it so much more manageable. manageable. For races, I like to break my races down to 10k, 10k, and then that final 1k. That kind of just takes care of itself. I'm always just trying to get to 20k, then I'm going all in for that last k. Or some people in miles, 5 miles, 5 miles, and then a park run to go at the end. Running for 2 hours is quite a long time, so anything you can do to take your mind off what you're going through is really going to help. But really trust your training that you're doing. You know you can do it. Visualize that 157, 158, 159 on the clock. Right, I've got a few other things to think about that are so important for people trying to break 2 hours for the half marathon. First one being strength training. Yes, I know it's a little bit boring, but it helps us become far more injury resistant, so our body can absorb the training load by putting...
Yeah, I mean, simultaneously as I'm training for this, I'm still going to the gym 4 times a week. I'm still doing upper body, lower body, and then stretching and recovery has been ramped up. Like 50% of my training is probably just recovery. Getting at least 8 hours of sleep, eating the right things, and fueling my body to be able to be capable of what I'm going to be doing. 13.1 miles as a beginner for the first time when you've never ran past 5 miles is a crazy achievement.
But it also helps us run faster for longer because our muscles are so much stronger. As an absolute minimum, I suggest at least 1 session a week, 20 to 30 minutes, where we're getting some lunges in there, we're getting some planks, we're getting some squats, we're getting some calf raises, and we're getting some bridges as well. All stuff you can do at home. You don't need to go to a gym for this, but if you want to and you want to add some weight as you get better with it, then that's absolutely fantastic as well. Also, before and after our runs, make sure we're getting a good warm-up and cool-down routine in there. This is something that as I get older, I'm respecting way more, I must say. Making sure we're properly warming up with some dynamic stretching before the run and then some static stretching after. We've got some really good follow-along videos we'll link down below in the comments. You can just put it on and follow along to it before and after your runs. And then touching on that is respecting the recovery process. This is going to be so important throughout your plan as well. I've always really prioritized getting a recovery shake in as soon as I finish my run. Also sleeping. This is when our body actually becomes better at running. Is when we're sleeping, our body's repairing itself, it's recovering, it's adapting from the training. And then finally, I would say keep your rest days as rest days. Try not to add your strength training on your rest days. Add your strength training in.
See, I can't. I don't have the time. I only have 3 weeks. I can't. So my rest days, I'm still doing weight training, but I'm not doing legs. So like it has nothing to do with the legs itself, and I feel like doing it like that and breaking it down like that helps. But if you do upper body in your rest days when it comes to running, your rest your legs still get rest, so you still be good.
On a lighter run day is when I'd add it. Keep your rest days as doing as little as possible. I know, of course, we've got loads of life stresses, children, work, and all of this sort of stuff is going to play a big part in our training. If you do miss an occasional run during the plan, then that's going to be absolutely okay. Never. There's no need to play catch up with it. We're all going to miss a few things with life stresses, so don't worry about it. Just get back on the plan as soon as you can. And then finally, gear, the fun part, what I really like. For many runners, the best thing we can do here is get a really good classic, what we call a daily trainer, a shoe that can do all of our runs pretty well.
I'm a Brooks guy. Shout out Brooks, bro. Like, this is not a paid advertisement or anything, but shout out Brooks. They're the best shoes. I currently have Brooks, and I'm gonna buy a new pair for the race day, the same pair that I have currently, and I'm gonna break them in a couple days before, and because it's what I'm used to, it's what my body is used to, and I don't want to shock it.
The absolute classics in this segment at the moment, something like the Nova Blast version 5, the New Balance 1080 version 14, or the Nike Vomero 18. You're going to be able to use these shoes to get the majority of your runs done pretty well. And they'll serve you fine in the race as well, if you want to go out and just have one shoe that's going to do it all. They'll all last for 12 weeks of training, and you can go out and race them as well. If you do have a bit more cash or want to get a bit more of a dedicated shoe that you can use on some of your speed sessions, and you want to use in your race, that's going to give you a little bit of extra assistance, and then have a look at something like the Nike Zoom Flight version 6, the Adidas Boston, or the Mizuno Neo Vista. These have got some plates and some rods in them, just going to give you a little bit more assistance, and are also going to be really comfortable over the long run as well, as are the daily shoes. They're all really good, comfortable options. And then finally, remember, you're on a journey of improvement over this time. There's going to be good days, there's going to be bad days. There's going to be tired days. There's going to be happy days. There's going to be rainy days. And there's going to be sunny days out there. That's life. I know you're going to be amazing. I know you're going to get that sub 2 hours. Come back and let me know down in the comments when you've hit that, or send me a message. Catch up on Strava, wherever you want to, and let me know how you're getting on with your running. Now, of course, it's so important to find a really fast, flat course for your half marathon sub 2 attempt. So up here, we've got a video with amazing races of all sorts of different distances.
I mean, yeah, that's my goal. My goal is to get somewhere across 2 hours to 2:10. If I can get around that ballpark, I'll be good. I'll be happy with my performance. It is my first one, and I probably will do many to come. So this year, my ultimate goal is to do a marathon. And I know that sounds crazy, especially for me, a kid that was in the hospital at all times. My parents used to take me there all the time because I couldn't breathe. I had asthma. But that's just my goal, and I'm gonna get there by the end of the year. And this is just my first step towards that goal. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you, and have a great day. Let's get it.